Right, one of the questions I get frequently asked, and that is, should I leave the city and go to the countryside, like where I am right now? Or should I just stay in the city and see what happens? Well, I can't make that decision for you. That's entirely down to you. And that is going to accumulate in multiple things: finance, time, family situation. There's so many factors which are in play with that decision. So I cannot give you an answer. I can advise people that if you are in a situation to move, I would do it sooner rather than later. Or decide yourself after you've heard what I've got to say about this video. Now, we're looking at house prices, okay? Now, there has been a lot of speculation. I've even looked into this myself towards the end of last year, which I've done videos on. The UK average house price, is it going to go up? Is it going to drop like a stone? Very, very hard to analyse. Even my friend Neil McCoy Ward, he sometimes struggles whilst trying to really know and predict the time schemes. I mean, Neil is a great guy and he really spends a lot of time and he knows his stuff with finance and housing. He really does. But for someone like him to say sometimes he struggles trying to predict, that's why he doesn't predict any dates or times. It will be foolhardy to do so, and that goes for myself, okay? I do struggle to predict time frames with all of the stuff that's going on. So we're looking at house prices. Is it a good time to sell or is it a good time to buy? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go through probably about 10 or so different parts of the country of currently what the average house price is, okay? This is a very good data capture point. Today we are the 23rd of May 2023. Okay, so lots of people historically would put their properties on the market in springtime. So now is the time when lots of properties are being rushed through the process to be upgraded, revamped, decorated, all of that sort of stuff. Lots of people are doing it right now. And I've got some personal friends who are also near the end of that foreboding task to get their property ready to list for sale. So we are looking at Scotland, okay? £191,407 is the cost of an average house in Scotland. So that is very, very, very affordable, okay? When you look at the average of the UK, and we're going to get to that, it might blow your mind a bit, okay? We're going up to the northwest, 256,088, okay? That is the northwest of England. So looking at this, yeah, it's very different all over the country. Now let me know where you are and what you're seeing, whether this is an accurate representation, because it'd be interesting to understand this, okay? So we move over to the West Midlands, right? So the average price of a house in the West Midlands is £288,311. Wales, which is where I am, 259,452. Okay, east of England, whoa, are you ready for this? So if you are on the east side of England, £424,844. It's a bit of a shock. Think that's crazy? London, now, are you holding on to your giblets? Do so right now. The average price of a house in London, wait, is £696,477. That's the average price. Blimey. The southwest, so down Cornwall, Devon, Dorset, Somerset, all of that sort of area, okay? Wow, that's expensive. £393,426. Now, the second highest in all of the UK is indeed the southeast, okay? So you're looking at Kent and all of that down there. Wow, £494,471. Then you've got Yorkshire and somewhere called Humber, £248,247. Insane. So when we look at what's going on in London and the southeast, wow, that's a 2.8% and 2.3% respectively monthly change. So that has gone up over a month. Wow. Over a year, it's gone up 1.1% and 1.3% respectively. So we're talking London, then the southeast, okay? Wow. And it's also got the average days it takes to sell the property, okay? So looking at this, the longest time to sell a property is in Wales. That takes the longest amount of time. I shouldn't be surprised. I've lived in Wales 1.5 years now, and to get anything done in here, it's a nightmare. It's like living in Spain without the sun. Everything's, I'll do it tomorrow, okay? So bear that in mind if you're thinking of going to Wales. It's a bloody nightmare to get anything done. I don't know why. I don't think they're lazy. I just think it's just how it is. It's a bit weird. Maybe it's because it's mostly countryside and there's always lots to do and it just isn't the time. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think if you're in Wales and you notice that loads of things take a lot longer than they probably should just because it's in Wales. Okay? Right, what else have we got? 65. And the second longest, believe it or not, is in London. Yeah, on average, it takes 63 days to sell property in London. Okay. What's the fastest? Now, this will be interesting. So what part of the UK is the fastest to sell? And guess what? Scotland, 33 days to sell a property. So looking at the data then, the cheapest place to buy property is in Scotland. The fastest time to buy and sell a property is in Scotland, and the slowest is in London. So my advice would be, if you want to make money and have some time and space, because there's more space in Scotland than there is in London, let's face it, is if you live in London, sell up and move up to Scotland. You're going to save an absolute fortune. But there's a good reason for this, and it's one of the most fundamental reasons why these prices are what they are. The further south you are, the better the weather. The longer the warmer days, the less wind, the less rain. The further north you go and the further west you go, you get more cold, more wind and more rain. And I really do believe that's why these property prices are reflective of the figures that I've just mentioned. If not, that is one of the main reasons. There's probably other reasons like employment. Lots of big companies in certain areas. Obviously, London is where it's at. You're going to have more going on there, etc. So yes, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? It's probably a good time to sell, to be honest. But like I said, if you're in London and you want to get out away from the smoke and you want to have a lifestyle like this, when you're in a country, you've got loads more freedoms, okay? You've got loads more peace and quiet. You're a lot less stressed because you're not in that noisy, jam-packed, hustle-bustle environment of a city or a town. And it's a much nicer way to live. It is hard work. You do need to maintain grounds if you've got an acre of land like I have. You know, cutting the grass takes ages and there's lots of it. Firewood, etc., all has to be done, dried, taken care of. Stuff, the chimney needs to be swept, the stove needs to be maintained. All of them sort of things are extras of what you have in a city environment, because you're probably going to have a much smaller garden to maintain and grow your food and all of the rest of it. So there's always pros and cons, but it's what you want to get out of life and how you want to live. So if you are thinking of selling, now would probably be a really good time to do it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm by no means an expert. But based on the figures that I've just said and the price hikes that have just gone up for this month alone, will the house price market continue to rise, or will it peak, will it flatten out, and will it just drop? Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. So if you like what you've just seen, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, make sure that you get that notification bell set to all notifications. I get lots of messages from people saying, I got a notification from the live stream, but it was an hour late, okay? Nonetheless, there's nothing more we can do about that, at least get notified, okay? it will give you a fighting chance to see some of my videos, because lots of people are not being notified to my videos. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dribbling effect of being shadow banned a while ago, based on the things I was talking about. We're changing the tactics and we're going less evasive regarding that. So we want to get out of this shadow ban scenario. Please like the thumbs up thing on the video, that really helps. And if you can, you don't have to, but this really helps. Share the video, share it on other platforms, okay? So you're looking at WhatsApp, you're looking at Telegram, you're looking at Facebook and all these other places, okay? It does help. So let me know what you think in the comments of what I just said. I'm gonna read them. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. And thanks very much for watching. You guys take care and stay funky.